September 23rd, 2009, George Webb in Charlottesville, Virginia, reporting back at our Z Society. Z Society is not necessarily what I'm reporting on today. It's a company based here and a startup based here called Z Advanced Computing, ZAC, Advanced Computing. It's a company that Bijan Kian is invested in. That's the same company that Mike Flynn is involved in. Of course, we have Al Tepkin in that same thing with the planes, with the Eclipse planes. We also have that Korkmaz who's doing the Ukrainian weapons, all in the same Flynn Intel group. So it's a very interesting group. Now, what does ZAC do? What does Z Advanced Computing do? They do three-dimensional recognition. So you can almost think of it like x-axis, y-axis, and then there's, of course, its depth is the z-axis. And what they do is they recognize objects from space. So it's a drone targeting capability. So now we have Bijan Kian working with ZAC here, and it's a startup funded here at the University of Virginia, working with a drone targeting technology. So we've moved away from just green zone phones, from stealth. We've moved away from just stealth technology for communications. Now we're talking about stealth technology for targeting. And the claim to fame for ZAC is to be able to only have a few teachable moments, if you will, only a few pictures, to then be able to pick that person out or pick that object or car out and be able to target it. So something is on the move. Now, interestingly enough, there's a connection potentially here also to Sue M. Gordon. We know her as the #2 intelligence officer that resigned. She's the person that's providing the whistleblower information to Donald Trump, or she's going to be testifying against Donald Trump, and she has this connection to Mike Flynn. Now, it's through this guy named John Lowell Hilton. Now, it would make sense that Mike Flynn is the head of DIA, and her being the #2 person at ODNI, and before that, NGA, it would make sense that potentially they would be working together on something like drone technology, on something like green zone phone technology. So it could be that this idea of Sue M. Gordon, before she got over to being the #2 intelligence officer in the country, before that she was at NGA out of Springfield, Virginia. That's where the Awans were. Again, that's adding geospatial, sort of like, we're not only tracking where people are calling here on campus, but where exactly they are on campus, geolocating them, which is what you need to do in order to drone them. So we're gonna leave this Charlottesville right now, but we're gonna leave you with this impression of the Z Society. If you go back, remember we have all these CIA guys that go here. We have Frank Wisner and several other CIA guys that go here and actually give an award out. And then, of course, Otto Warmbier being the latest person. Again, we don't know if he was involved in nuclear espionage or not with North Korea, but certainly him going there multiple times, the press suppressing that, going there and staying at 3 or 4 different trips to North Korea. It gets away from the corner case reporting that you've had with just Otto Warmbier going there one time and tearing down a poster and then getting tortured within an inch of his life, and then he dies when he gets back to the United States. Again, we're trying to dig deeper. We're going to be going toward where he's from, which is Cincinnati, in the next version of this show.